We're going to circle back to a couple of marketing things that you say, because that is one of the parts of the book, a big part of the book. But there's something that you said that I think ties in with what we're talking about right now, and that is you saying, "Be a contributor, not a guru." What do you mean by that?
So when people start their business, they freak out thinking that they have to know everything about everything about everything. And I think there's also an undercurrent of perfectionism that comes
Mm.
in. I have to be perfect and I have to be a guru to people. And so I actually got this in my head where when I started talking about money, and I was like, well, it only counts if I'm Susie Orman.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm not allowed to talk about money because I'm not Susie Orman. And then I realized, I was like, you know what? But I do have some things to say about money.
Mm.
And so if I just let myself off the hook that I have to be Susie Orman, maybe I can just tell people what I know to be true. Maybe I can just share what's helpful, and maybe it will be helpful to some people. And I think when I just let myself off the hook of, oh my God, I have to be everything to everyone, I was like, I
Mm.
really care about this topic. So I'll just tell people what I know. And if people then would come to me and say, well, what about this? I'd say, well, you know what? I'm not a financial advisor. Here's a book that you can read about that.
Mm.
And it was just like, oh, I can contribute to the conversation. I don't have to be the Oprah of my industry to count, to have a voice, to have a perspective, because some people need to hear it from you. Some people are not ready to read a Susie Orman book. They just don't want to, or they don't resonate with the Susie of your industry. They want to hear it in your voice. They might not have ever heard it the way that you can say it. They might not have ever seen your perspective on that topic before. So if you just let yourself contribute, you really let yourself off the hook, and then you can just show up and give. And people are very attracted to that.
That is going to take the weight off the shoulders of so many, I know, of our community members who put pressure on themselves because, one, they're not, the top name in their industry, or they're in a very competitive industry. And so they think, well, what hope do I have? And so thank you for that. I think that is gold.